Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Frank Weishaupt with Owl Labs. He's the CEO. Thank you for joining us, Frank.
Thanks for having me, Fred.
Well, tell us about Owl Labs, what the company's all about.
So Owl Labs is a video conferencing company. We have a product in market called the Meeting Owl, and then we have another one called the Meeting Owl Pro. And the Meeting Owl is an interesting video conferencing piece of hardware that has a different take on what you might be used to. It sits at the center of the conference table and it has no moving parts. It has a 360-degree view of the room. So participants who are dialing into a video conference remotely, on the top will see a strip which gives a view of the entire room, which gives perspective for who is where. And then the Meeting Owl becomes the director of the meeting for that remote participant, going directly to a shot of the individual who is speaking at the time. So it uses visuals and sound cues to be able to highlight that person. If multiple speakers are speaking at the same time, it'll split the screen and show as many as 3 speakers. So it really gives the remote user the opportunity to have that human connection that you lose when there's a video camera sitting at the front of the room and you don't have full perspective for who's in the room and that true view of what that person is both saying and feeling.
That sounds pretty wild, and it's a big reason why the Meeting Owl Pro has won a CES 2020 Innovation Award. Congratulations on that. Describe for us what's going on, how it's able to do that, to focus in on whoever is speaking around a table.
That's right. So the Meeting Owl Pro is a product that we released in November, and we're very honored to be receiving this award and also to be exhibiting at CES. And, essentially, this is a camera speaker microphone, but it is a camera speaker microphone that was built by roboticists, and it uses software to be able to take those visual and audio cues from the people in the room to be able to then present that speaker at that time to the person on the other side. It's interesting. The idea came from one of our founders who, was a remote user or a remote employee for a company and had a really hard time focusing in on who was speaking or participating in stand-up meetings or larger group meetings. And one day somebody took a laptop and ran a video call, put it on a swivel chair, and then swiveled it to who the speaker was speaking at that time. So the founder, Mark Schnittman, using his roboticist background as well as his software background, decided to try to put all these things together, and that's where the Meeting Owl has essentially come from.
Is the Meeting Owl only needed in the conference room? Can participants join using the cameras on their notebook computers, et cetera?
That's right. So you'll still use, whatever video conferencing software platform you choose to use, whether it be Zoom, whether it be Google Hangouts, or whether it be Skype. And really where it comes into play is where there's multiple people in a room. So if you're in a huddle space or a conference room that has anywhere from 3 to 14 people, the Meeting Owl would sit at the center of that table, and then participants who you would assume are individuals will also be coming into that video conference from their location using just their computer. Or if there are multiple rooms with people that are joining the call and they have an owl in either room, each of the rooms would be presenting that meeting experience of what's happening in the room where the owl is on the monitor in front of them.
What are some of the differences between the original Meeting Owl and the brand new Meeting Owl Pro?
So I think, with anything, technology evolves, and the Meeting Owl is a tremendous application. And while there were no barriers for customers to using it, there was feedback from our customers that they wanted upgraded video quality. It was 720, now it's 1080. They wanted louder speakers, and they also wanted it to be able to cover bigger spaces. And that's essentially what we answered with the Meeting Owl Pro. In addition to that, we've put ourselves in a position where we can really extend the Meeting Owl Pro to not only be the camera speaker microphone, but be the central nervous system of the conference room. It is an IoT device at the end of the day, So now we start to see our roadmap unveiling things like other devices in the room being a part of the meeting experience, like the whiteboard camera. So we have the ability to attach ourselves to a whiteboard camera, and then when the meeting owl notices that someone is up at the whiteboard, it can actually split the screen between the whiteboard content and the individuals who are speaking. So that's really the big differentiator, and where we go is to try to solve more problems in the conference room using the horsepower that the Meeting Owl Pro has, as well as continuing to evolve that experience for the remote user.
And you'll have more to say, I guess, about all of that at the Consumer Electronics Show, where you're going from here.
That's right. So that week when we are out in Las Vegas, customers will have the ability to see and touch some of these additional devices that we'll be rolling out. In addition, they can start to work through and see some of those experiences live in our booth.
And people and companies who hear about this and they wonder, well, it sounds like it's going to be really expensive. So give us an idea how much this costs.
Well, that's the fun part of this, is that we actually are not expensive relative to our peers. So the Meeting Owl retails for $799, which can be found on our website, owllabs.com, as well as Amazon. The Meeting Owl Pro retails for $999. For the experience, for the video quality and the audio quality, we think that there's nothing that rivals it. And in fact, when you look at the average ticket price of some video conferencing systems in rooms, you can pay 2, 3, 10, even 50 times more than that.
Very cool. And that website again, they want to go over that for us? Where can people find you?
It's right on owllabs.com.
Owllabs.com is the website. Frank Weishaupt, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you, Fred.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C-Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C-Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C-Crane.